wonderful venues then for this World Cup, and today we're in Australia with the Bellerive Oval in Hobart. It's the second game that's been played in this tournament on this ground. First high-scoring affair, remember, against Zimbabwe and Ireland. But today it's Sri Lanka who are up against Scotland. Sri Lanka, of course, already qualified for the quarterfinals. Scotland, well, they're seeking their first World Cup win.
3 changes for both teams. Chandimal injured, Upul Taranga left out, and Senanayaka left out for Sri Lanka. In comes Kusal Pereira, Dushmantha Chameera, an exciting prospect, and Nuwan Kulasekara. For Scotland, Gardner, Huck, Wardlaw out, Coleman, Taylor, Lisk in.
So Rob Taylor with the new ball, 2 slips in place. And he'd be hoping for a little bit of swing. It's quite blustery out there, isn't it?
A different day. We were here on Saturday when Ireland played Zimbabwe, and they played 2 strips across. Saturday was a very gloomy day, and the pitch probably was a bit tacky as the game started. This pitch, much dry. Hence, I would think it is a bat first pitch. Might tend to grip later. But the sun's out. That's the good thing. And Rob Taylor, he started with a good length. He's bowling it right up there, trying to give it an opportunity to swing.
Unlucky. There will be a couple of extra runs here.
But was that necessary? The run was completed. Did he have to go at the stumps?
I won't get away with that. This time too short. Not a great deal of pace in the surface, so just sits up really for Dilshan.
That's actually spoilt all the hard work, because the previous over was a very good one, and the last ball there was a poke because of the dots that were built. And ideally you need to back it up. This is a freebie for Tillakaratne Dilshan. It's not an express pitch.
Edged and gone. Great catch by the captain, I think it is. And Alistair Evans gets his first. Sri Lanka lose their first.
Dot balls, they build pressure. 5 dot balls in the previous over. Not there to be driven, just in the corridor. And the batsman wants to get on with it. That's what it can do. If you stay away from feeding them the loose balls, you bring about the false shot. Iriman out for 4, Sri Lanka 21 for 1.
Runs here for Kumar Sangakkara. Scotland the Brave is the great slogan. And runs here for Dilshan. They've been brave all tournament. They've come close on occasions, gave New Zealand a really good game. Almost a scare, I'd say. Didn't make life that easy for England, actually. And they've done it by doing the simple thing well. The boundary here for Dilshan, having said that.
Beautifully played. Didn't try to overhit it, just looking to hit it past the non-striker. Oh, beautifully played. Beats the short cover, and that'll run away for the second 4 of the over. So Dilshan latching onto that half volley.
What a good stroke. Hit it so hard that the man at mid-on was floundering for it. I think that's Rob Taylor, who's bowled pretty tidily, but oh, Kumar climbed into it.
It brings up the 50 as well. A genuine half volley wide of off stump, but Sangakkara, because of the lack of pace more than anything else, decides just to bring it over to my side, please, which is through the onside, against hitting through the line, which would have been through mid-off. He decides just to go through it with great control and hit it past mid-on with great power. And there it goes again, that full blade through the line of the ball, beating short extra cover and beating deep cover. Wonderful cricketing shot.
That's his 50. And slap through the offside. And he's been amongst runs for sure in this World Cup. Dilshan got a big 100, 161, then a 44, 62, and now a 50.
Rusty Arnold's obviously doing his finest to get the latest inside information for us here at Star.
Almost played on. Kumar Sangakkara was off for a run and then realized that the ball had not gone anywhere. Narrow escape, possibly first of a run out, and then the ball was hitting the stumps in a couple of places.
That's exactly what we were touching on last over, just the batsman taking calculated risk and Sangakkara identifying the first ball to come down and put the bowler under pressure, using his feet, getting to the pitch of it. So now suddenly it's a different proposition for Davey as he walks back to his mark. He's got to think about possible change of pace, possible Yorker. Do I bring my length back? Do I change the field? So there's a few things going on.
Heaved away, will either be 4 or 6, one bounce, so make that 4. 100 partnership up, and perhaps now Dilshan feels it's time just to start motoring a little bit more now. Goes again. And it's just gone a little bit squarer, not square enough though. Back-to-back boundaries for Dilshan.
Oh, terrific shot. Again, an off-pace delivery, but Dilshan getting down and showing courage. You need to have courage to stay in the shot. The head doesn't move off the line of the ball.
It goes again. This time I think it will go all the way. Yes, it does.
Well, it may look easy as we're watching those 3 shots in a row, but I can assure you it's not. Particularly to stay down and committed to the shot like Dilshan has over those last 3 balls. That one carrying all the way. It was a quicker delivery. Ball getting a little bit more bounce, but because he's committed to that shot and stays in the shot, the extra bit of bounce he managed to adapt to and just collect it cleanly.
Make that 50. 50 at a canter, really. Barely broken sweat, really just knocked the ball around. He is poised for another 100 here. He'll take that for a start. His team are in a pretty strong position now, 137 for 1. Beautiful shot. Lovely use of the feet this time, opens up the gap, but over extra cover. Always a good player. Here's the gap. I think we'll go for 4-2, yeah.
Little movement down the wicket. Head still in the shot. Didn't try to overhit it, just controlled. Long boundary down there. It's a short square here, that Bell Reeve, but straight, if you get a 6 or you hit a 6, you've earned every bit of it. Well, we've seen one play classically over extra cover for a 4. Sangakkara not quite to the pitch of it, so he lifts it even higher and times it beautifully.
That partnership's now worth 150 in just 143 balls.
What a lovely partnership. 150, just a well put together, well constructed innings.
Lovely. Gentle shimmy with the feet and finds that gap over extra cover. It really doesn't take Sangakkara much. There's always this great efficiency about his work. 6 runs. No problem at all for Sangakkara. 84 he's gone to now.
Well, you could sense that something was going to give here. Kumar Sangakkara pounces on the opportunity. Nothing much wrong with the ball, just good freedom of arms. He didn't have to create any room at all. The room was there for him. And a simple swing through the line. picked it up cleanly, such as his form.
Oh, that's a weak ball. An easy ball.
It's exactly the ball that you want when you're sitting in the high 90s. Dragged that down, just gave Sangakkara so much time to just ease that around the corner with limited protection on the onside.
It's the 4th World Cup 100 for Tillakaratne Dilshan. There's something of the gunslinger about him, and he's sure firing his bullets today. Good innings, that.
Very, very fine innings. Great approach to his batting today. He shows continue to tumble.
No problem for Dilshan finding a gap there, just laying back on it. Oh, this, you almost feel this is unfair.
Well, it's amazing, really, that you say that, Mark. You know, he's flaying his hands through. I think we're going to see a lot of that in the next few overs. A lot of bat whooshing. But just on Sangakkara, just how powerful it is. I mean, a runner ball in any format of the game is difficult. You know, to score 100 back-to-back with that kind of expectation, he's doing it easily.
Where does Dilshan go now? Offside again, and caught at mid-off. For once, he couldn't quite get the elevation. Might be the slowness in the pitch. But Scotland finally have something to smile about.
Well, Dilshan, he's jumped off the boat just as the Scotland attackers serving up the cocktails. This particular occasion, bat just turns in his hand fractionally. Pretty simple catch in the end. A little hot. It was a little hot potato. But what a performance, what an innings. Dilshan dismissed for 104, just 99 balls. It's 216 for 2. Shot. Well, he smashed that. He stayed on that ball as long as he possibly could, and he smashed it for 6.
It's almost as if he preempted the ball, actually. He just got himself away from it so he could get that elevation. The timing is good. Alistair Evans back into the attack and greeted with disdain by Sangakkara.
Mark, I think the less experienced bowling attacks, they become very predictable to a great quality player like Sangakkara. He has a certain premeditated movement across the crease, and it's almost like he understands where the bowler's going to bowl.
And part of that is the field restrictions. They're so cruel to a bowler. Look again, he's got 4 up on the offside because he's only allowed 3 out. He's got him back at mid-on, square leg and third man, and maybe he should bring third man up and have cover back.
Or maybe he should just try and give absolutely no bounce in the wicket at all, like Sangakkara's being able to get through those deliveries and underneath those deliveries to hit them over the top. Bowlers in this stage, they have to be executing their Yorker deliveries. It's a must. As soon as you can get any width and any movement through your hands through the ball and hit over the top, it's going to be a boundary. It's forced to change the field though. Points gone back.
And now he tries something out of the Glenn Maxwell book of tricks. You won't be surprised to see that he pulled it off either.
This is the 3rd boundary in the over. Just notice though, Mark, that each one of those deliveries in their own ways have given the opportunity to get the batsman to hit over the top. There's been no Yorkers whatsoever.
Yes, there's one short and high bounce, one length and one full bunger. Yeah.
So I guess as a captain, we see here straight to the boardroom. The agenda is a Yorker, I would have thought. First ball, lots of width, lots of room created. And then the second ball, not a bad ball, not a length ball. but on the third occasion as well, just enabling Sangakkara to get any kind of bat underneath the delivery.
Oh, go you good thing. 4 in a row. Now he's on the Dilshan route. Tillakaratne Dilshan did it to Mitchell Johnson the other night at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Hit 6 boundaries in an over. Can Sangakkara do the same? He has 4 from 4.
Once again, slower, yes, the variation being there, but the execution of it, enabling Sangakkara to get his hands through the ball.
We have 5 in 5 balls.
I just think it's so predictable from the bowling point of view. He's just manipulated the situation of the match here, Kumar Sangakkara, in his complete favour. And on every particular ball that we see through the course of this innings, it's always been back of a length or shorter. Where's that Yorker?
We can almost tell you where Sangakkara will go here. Sort of a stroke is that? Just the 5 fours from the over then, plus the wide. It's a run fest at Bellerive, 242 for 2.
In the air, and this could well be out. Joe Warner looking to go the aerial route, and he's out. So Davey gets Mahala Joe Warner. Joe Warner looking to go down the ground for 4 or 6 early in his innings and fall short.
Yeah, you could hear it from a distance that he obviously hasn't timed it. The off-cutter doing the damage. It skidded off the surface, in fact, and Mahala never in control, even though he had targeted the right area, mid-off, mid-on, up in the circles. So all he had to do was to time it over those 2 fingers. He didn't, couldn't. Gone for 2, it's 244 for 3.
Edged and could be out, so that's the end of another wonderful 100 from Kumar Sangakkara. Davey picks up back-to-back wickets. Scotland are making an impact in the batting power play.
Wanted to stay away from his range, and well, he got a faint tickle to that one. It was almost a wide delivery. Sangakkara jumping out of his crease, trying to manage that one through the offside. Just a feather edge and taken by the keeper, so a very good result, getting rid of the Centurion. 4 in a row for Kumar Sangakkara. What a player, a genius at the game. 124, he got 244 for 4.
Swept away, and that'll be 6. So that's a fair way to get off the mark and a fair way to be caught in the stand.
Was it a one-hander? Did he catch it with one hand or both hands? Because there's a special prize if you can pluck it with one hand. Maybe not here in New Zealand, yeah. Tom Moody just letting me know. Yeah, but nevertheless, yeah, it was well caught.
Oh, he can't claim that as a one-hander. He had the other hand in there, he just lost it. Oh dear, and again, what a wonderful stroke. Matthews well into his stride.
Well, that's his way of spending time at the crease. He's faced, what, 2 balls, I think? Yeah, 3 balls, 2 boundaries. In fact, 3 balls and 10 runs. And he's improvised twice now.
Well, where does the spinner bowl now? There's 2 fielders back square on the leg side, one behind square, one about 15-20 metres in front of square, a deep mid on. And it's lifted over that leg side boundary for another 6. So Matthews is not mucking about here. Hit beautifully over mid-off, and that'll run away for 4. So Sri Lanka eyeing up a total of 400 here. Beautifully struck, that'll be 6. Pereira opening his shoulders.
Well, that was so sweet from the left-hander, because you've got to watch the bat swing. It was uninterrupted. Magnificent strike. Have a look at this shot from Kosal Pereira. Very natural. Picked up the length early and then was in motion straight away.
over cover. It'll run away for 4 more. Shows the timing of this young player, and there's a man that timed it pretty well, appreciating that giving him the nod ahead of Upul Turanga was the right move. Well, it's certainly proving to be.
Well, a nod of appreciation from the great man really is something that Pereira really will look forward to and cherish in a way. It was beautifully timed. Just a chip, just a block, and it did the distance.
This is flicked away through the leg side again, and it'll go all the way for 6. So those steely wrists from Pereira.
Looks to be in scintillating form. It's just a pickup shot, nothing more than that. He is not express, the bowler. So he generated a lot of pace because of his strong wrists.
In the air, and this could well be out. Terrific catch. Wonderful catch by McLeod down there at deep mid-on, running around, had a lot of distance to carry, and made his ground and completed a very good catch.
Well, this really was fantastic. It really was well judged, because he had to rush in, run across, and then change his direction as well. Not a lot. It's a very good catch. Pereira was looking for some smashing hits, but he was mighty impressive. 24 from just 13 balls. Job well done. 289 for 5. That should make it. No, that's been grasped. Well, he had plenty of time really to see it. That was pretty poor. Maybe blustery conditions getting the better of him, but that really should have been taken. I think it's Mommsen who's dropped it. Sorry, Mommsen is bowling, so let's try to find out. Freddie Coleman is the fielder.
That has gone a long way. It is into the wind, but he's got enough of it this time.
Massive hit. We saw him limping around a couple of days ago against Australia. He was batting, but that was just cramps. Angelo Matthews is 100% fit. You mentioned Mahela Jayawardene not getting runs, but Mahela is the man for the big occasion. He's the one who will make the important runs when the others...
Make that another 6. This time a gift, really. Just a full toss, a gentle full toss. He's bowling round the wicket to try and avoid this. He's trying to cut the angle down and get it in tight into the pads from a very round arm action. But Angelo Matthews is just too good.
And too easy. He's got the right idea, though.
He's changed now. He's going to go back over the wicket after those 2 6s. And that was the idea, really. Very round arm, slingy action. I think that 3 and 3.
He's caught. That was a flat hit. That was the best of the hits from Angelo Matthews. .45 of 19. Seeing some batsmen get some serious runs at very quick pace.
And another change. He's back round the wicket, and he's got a bit more cover now, but he might need to be a couple of rows further back. He's got a man at deep mid-wicket, man at deep square, and a man behind on the leg side. He goes again, and make it another 6. 4 in 4. And 50 to Angelo Matthews, just 20 balls.
Second fastest in this World Cup. Brendan McCullum scored an 18-ball 50. Angelo Matthews, 20 wickets, seen some quick 50s. Dinesh Chandimal scored a 50 of 22 a couple of days ago in the same game. Glenn Maxwell went on to score a quick 100, got to the 15, 26 balls. And come this stage of the game, not a lot the bowlers can do.
Right, can he make it 5 6s in the over? We know what he's going to try and do. I don't think he's going to try anything different. Come on, Matt Machin, get it underneath the bat. Now, has he got enough of that? No, he hasn't. Good catch in the end. Freddie Coleman in the deep.
He went for the 5th. Flat and hard, but straight to the man. Good catch. He had to make sure that he did not step on the rope. It was just around the same spot. It was just around the same spot. John Mooney took that catch, the controversial catch. The third umpire just wants to have a quick look at it to make sure, but he's well in. No issues at all. Matthews can keep walking. He'd slowed down to make sure he was not off the park. He's enjoyed himself. Angelo Matthews, 51 off 21. Sri Lanka 326 for 6.
Now then, has he got enough of that? No, he hasn't. Should be out, is out. Another good catch in the deep for Freddie Coleman.
This is not good. Not good at all from Sri Lanka. It's not about swinging off your feet. An opportunity for Tillakaratne to bat through, get some runs behind his name, but disappoints. He's gone for 7. Sri Lanka 328 for 7 now.
Now, might be another catch in the deep. This will take some catching. Yes, another good catch. Perhaps the best of them for Freddie Coleman. Banged in, didn't find the middle of the bat. And Scotland continuing to pick up wickets.
He's been tough to get away. Tough catch. He hangs on to it for dear life. Didn't get it right in the middle of those cups. But had the presence of mind to make sure he didn't drop it. Prasanna disappoints. Sri Lanka 8 down, 331.
Yeah, chance, tough chance, hit back firmly.
That's why Sri Lanka have been reluctant to play him, bowling around the 120-123 mark. Got a ball in the power play overs at the death.
I say tough chance. I think he'd be disappointed, actually. I don't think it was quite hit in the middle, was it? Oh, should be out again, I think. Yeah, comfortable catch going back. Easy, really, now for Scotland. They've picked up a lot of wickets at the back end of the innings. Again, hitting the pitch hard, and Richie Berrington gets his rewards.
Running the fingers over the ball. At a gentle 110, he's deceived Malinga, actually. Doesn't enjoy himself. It's 336 for 9.
Lovely shot, super shot, over extra cover. Just opened the face slightly, stayed leg side of it. Big gaps now with everyone up on the offside.
Yeah, this is what he tried the previous delivery. Not trying to hit too hard. Hit the top of the field, it flies away. That's what you need to try and do.
I think he's quite important, Kulasekara, to your quarterfinals and beyond. If you can get some form both with bat and ball.
I agree with you.
Lovely looking shot, good connection as well. It's a big boundary and goes all the way. So good finish for Kulasekara.
350 up for Sri Lanka. And just watch these shots. It's an easy shot. Gets a good stride in.
Goes Yorker, third man up, so to go very quickly to the boundary. So pretty well played in the end.
All useful runs for Chameera.
It's been sensible. Oh, she was 26 of 17. Just lost their way just at the back end of the innings, but thanks to these two.
.363 then Sri Lanka. That's the highest total versus Scotland in ODIs. The previous highest, 362 for 3, was by Australia in 2013.
.363 then. I don't think, was that out or not? We'll have to check whether that was a stumping, whether it was bowled, but .363 is the eventual total. A little bit of confusion out there as to whether that was out or not. We'll have to confirm that with the umpires, but Kulasekara and Chameera, they can be pretty pleased with their efforts. We've got them to .363. They just fell away badly, really, at the back end of the innings.
They haven't gone upstairs, it wasn't reviewed. So Kulasekara stays not out.
So in the end, a good effort. I think they'll take that, really, thanks to hundreds from Dilshan and Sangakkara, runs from the captain, to runs at the end from Kulasekara and Chameera. So 363 for 9. Scotland can be pretty pleased, I think, with their bowling effort. Disciplined at the start. A wicket for Taylor, I thought, was the pick of the bowlers, though Evans with a couple of wickets and Josh Davey continues to pick up wickets. Expensive today, but 3 for 63. And a couple of wickets for Richie Berrington. Let's hope he's okay and that he can have a bat later on. So it's a tough chase on Scotland. Under the lights here, it's an excellent pitch. They'll have to be somewhere near their very, very best. 364 runs then for Scotland to win.
Joel Wilson will now call play. Scotland's pursuit of 364 to win this match. On strike is Kyle Coetzee. 3 in the covers, 2 slips, a third man, a mid-on, a square leg and a long leg. What a job. But if you're just turning on, you can watch Lasith Malinga with his unusual action. Early outswing there. Just when it goes from the hand, it's much easier for the batsman to work with the ball. It's when it goes late, as it used to, and he was at his best, that it's more of a problem.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a little bit of outswing, but it's also where he lets it go. So he lets it go from really middle stump, and it's the angle of the sling, if I put it that way, across the line of the stumps creates that sort of impression that it really swings a lot more than it actually does. But when he is at his best, it does shape away.
Oh, it's out. Caught and bowled, second ball. And Kyle Coetzee, Kyle Coetzee, who's had to watch the Sri Lankans smash it all around the park, now has to walk back second ball, done for a duck.
A real warm-up delivery too from Malinga, only 129 kilometres an hour, and Kurtz looking just to work at the leg side and never arrived, and therefore getting that leading edge and presenting a very simple catch. So he'll be very frustrated with that, because he's batted well in this World Cup. He goes without scoring. It's 1 for none.
Well, that'll make him proud. That's a ripper of a stroke. It's Matt Machin.
I certainly hope that they have a go at it, because that's what this World Cup's about, is chancing your arm. You don't get too many opportunities to play against teams like Sri Lanka, and I think they've got to go out there with a frame of mind, well, let's have a go here, let's see how far we can go, who knows. And that's certainly the approach we see Ireland take.
Oh yes, beautifully bowled. He's got this great ability to dart it back, and this was pushed up. And Sri Lankans on the mark here. They're not going to take things easy. It's serious stuff from them.
Yeah, this will excite him. Look at that seam position and look at it go into the right-hander. Off the pads, and that's what Kulasekara needs. He needs to pick up maybe 2 or 3 wickets. Get his confidence back. McLeod gone for 11. 26 for 2.
That's a nice drive through the offside. That is a confidence booster for sure. Everything felt so pleasant about that drive. The timing, the placement, the ease with which it was crafted.
And he enjoyed it too.
That's a nice shot. No need to run for that one because somebody will go and fetch the ball from the boundary ropes. It's a good pickup shot, and well, once again being predictably shorter in length. Tisara Pereira, it's just not good enough. That ball set up very nicely for Mommsen really to help himself. You know, solid teams. That's gone. Well, it turns out to be a good move, Russell, because he went back and played across the line. It was the arm ball, the straighter ball hit him on the front pad. Was it missing the stumps? Down the leg side, was the impact a little high? Right then, is it hitting the stumps? Yeah, it'll remain with the umpire. Umpire's call and he's gone. Playing back across the line, expecting the ball to spin. It wasn't the off-cutter, off-spinner from Tillakaratne Dilshan. It was the ball that straightened and would have hit the stumps. So that's a good call by the umpire. Not a good shot from the striker. Machen has been dismissed for 19. It's 44 for 3. That's a boundary. That's well struck. Short ball picked up very quickly.
And when performing under pressure, there's also a toll on your body. Dinesh Chandimal fit, but against Australia was playing a tight game. He was doing well and his hamstring goes.
That's fine batting. That's exactly what Matthew Hayden's talking about. You get to the pitch of the ball, and at worst you get it at half volley and can pick your spot.
Well, it's a fearless approach. Okay, granted he doesn't get there, but he's thinking at least with in his mental approach of getting to the ball. That's key with spin.
And that's excellent as well. So we've seen 2 examples of how to hit over the top against spin. One onside and one offside.
He just gave himself a little bit of room to the onside, which is pretty typical. See the ball straight nicely onto his middle of the bat. Really not much on offer.
See him watch that ball. Where he hit down and through it. Never ever took his eye off it. A nice whip to his action and a good response from Coleman. A near perfect straight drive, matching anything we saw from Dilshan earlier. The 100 comes up, you've got 1 ball left for your spinner. We'll let you name 2 because you floated around all the other disciplines.
I think Murali for me is someone that can turn the ball in any conditions. If he gets anywhere near a slightly turning wicket, it turns miles. But it's very hard to go past SK1 as well. But Murali for me is my pick.
In the one-day game. And the square cut that matches the straight drive. Yeah, that's not for Malinga. Not now that he's lost some of that elasticity of youth.
Should have saved the boundary. Not a catch, because it fell in front of Maila Jayawardene, but it's gone off. It's split off to the 3rd man boundary. Didn't hit it all that well, but he'll pick up 4.
Talking about Freddie Coleman, Mommsen's played well as well. 119 for 3. Captain of the side, so he'll want to be leading from the front. He's that shot pretty well. A couple have been dragged down. And of course, being a Scottish side, an associate side, there'll always be question marks about the quicker delivery. Played it pretty well.
Nicely picked off. Wonderful timing by Coleman. He's on to 49. He was good in the field too.
Yeah, he took 3 catches in the deep. He and Hamish Gardner have swapped and changed actually throughout the tournament. Got his opportunity again today.
50. Well played, Freddie Coleman. It's 126 for 3.
Yeah, very well played. Had a controlled innings, 44 deliveries, so he hasn't hung about. He can't do chasing 364. But that'll give the young man a real lift when he gets on the plane and goes home. He's made a contribution, give him real confidence.
Nicely played. More runs, and 4 of them. This time to Mommsen. 133 for 3. Fielder in the deep. And he puts it down. Kusal Pereira, straight in, straight out.
I don't know if it got, or he was put off by whether it went in the light or not when the light's here, but perhaps the only reason you'd think he'd drop it, really. Straightforward chance, done all the work. I'm sure he even went in the hands. He went straight through the hands.
Yeah, you look at little things, and this is a substantial achievement by this player, and now a 50 for their captain. So yes, this is a job well done. 66 ball 50, 6 boundaries, and he's looked pretty calm out there. Yeah, a bit of a handshake really is due.
Brilliant. Really like the look of Preston Mommsen, the footwork and the commitment to the stroke.
Pristine Mommsen. Yeah, everything so nice about that shot. The control, the elegance, the finish. Now, how good is that? Keeping his eye on the ball.
Good catch. Yes, well done. Important catch as well. Lairu Tiramani at extra cover, and suddenly the magic spell has been broken here. The stand that was working so well for Scotland has ended.
Let's have a look at this one, driving on the up. Well, everything was just about right from Preston Mommsen, except that the ball was pushed in the air and a good neat take at shot cover. He's gone after scoring 61-62 for the loss of 4 now.
And now he's found the gap. Oh, I say he hasn't found the gap, really. He's found the gap between the legs of the fielder. That was an ordinary effort from Dilshan, who's normally so brilliant.
Yes, you've got to raise an eyebrow, because at 37 you expect Dilshan to be still brilliant. I think he's beaten by a bit of leg spin. There's leg spin from the bowler, and then leg spin when the ball was driven and coming at his way.
Good off the mark shot. And that's a good follow-up for 6. What a stroke. You come in, you take guard, you go 4-6. You say we're not done yet.
Absolutely brilliant. How well was this managed? Flighted delivery in the zone, and have a look at that sweep shot. Powerful strike over square leg. It's a smallish boundary, 64-meter-6, but it had to be middle, and that's not a bad effort of your second ball of the innings, or the third, in fact.
Oh, that's he'd been watching Glenn Maxwell. Well, the gap is found again. It's another boundary. A grunt of disgust from Pereira, who let go a long hop and got punished for it. 34 gone, 179 for 4. Yep, picked it and smacked it and cleared the fence with it. Richard Berrington's hit 3 terrific strokes.
Yes, that sounded extremely sweet. Yeah, just about the ideal line to play that slot sweep over long on.
In the air, and this could well carry, and it's out. So Tessera Pereira, the safe hands at deep mid-on, taking the catch. And a good innings comes to an end. Coleman goes for 70.
A really fine performance. You see here, he just gets it a little bit toe end. Slower ball, so good change of pace, and Panda sits under that nicely. Oh, he's just grabbed him by the ears. But that's enough, and he's got to go.
I call that one the ice cream cone. It's like the big vanilla slab of ice cream sitting on top of the cone. A good innings anyway by Freddie Coleman. He goes for 70 off 74 balls. It's 189 for 5. Well, that's going to be close to wide. Both umpires are looking at each other. Actually, we've got a review here. Kumar Sangakkara behind the stumps, I think, is just quietly convinced Nuwan Kulasekara that I think there might be something on this. He's got a bit of a wry smile on his face, so I don't know if he's right here. And the next thing is Snicko. Oh, I don't reckon he's hit that. I reckon you could put a few papers between the ball and the blade there. Oh, hang on, there's a little flicker here. Oh.
And he's given him. Well,
I'll tell you what, I think everyone's a little bit surprised there. Kumar Sangakkara, when he took the ball, when it went through, was more concerned about the wide as he looked to the square leg umpire to see if he was going to give it out, call it a wide, but certainly wasn't called a wide. There's a little nick. So Michael Leask has to go for 2. It's 192 for 6. Well, this could be out. Sangakkara running back onto it and takes an excellent catch. They're never easy running back with the flight of the ball. So Chameera takes his first, and he deserves it.
we had a couple of cracks at it. A very, very good delivery. Fast into the wicket. He gives himself too much room. He gets too far away from the ball. And it's a top edge and a good catch. Another catch. 54 dismissals for Sangakkara in the World Cup. Absolutely on fire today. Matthew Cross is dismissed for 7, and it's 200 for 7.
In the air and pass bowler, pass mid off for 4. So a boundary to finish the over, but a successful one. It goes for 10. It's 207 for 7. This could well be out this time. Pereira is not going to make an error there. No way. He swallowed that one up. Thank you very much. Malinga takes his second, and Taylor's visit's been brief.
Well, did I say the word carbon copy? Because I think that this is exactly it. It's another slower ball. It's another toe end of the bat, which doesn't carry outside or just outside the circle. And Big Panda Bear doesn't drop those. Rob Taylor, 3, and it's 209 for 8.
In the air and out. Oh, it's out. It was nearly not out. It was a fumble there, but Chameera's taken his second. Kulasekara, a little heart flutter, but he held on to it, courtesy of his jumper.
Yeah, I think you're right, Moods. I think he's only just got a little skinny. The shot wasn't good. Straight to his man. Oh my goodness, it's gone straight through his hands, and what would have been an absolute sitter. But he's got to go. Barrington dismissed for 29. And it's 210 for 9.
Edged and gone and finished, and it's pretty good for Sri Lanka that it's young Chameera that finishes things off for them. He picks up his third wicket, and in the end a pretty conclusive performance set up really by the two Centurions, Sangakkara and Dilshan. So no runs today for Carl Kurtzer. He went without scoring. McLeod has had a desperate time. He's a better player than he's produced at the runs he's produced in this World Cup. His time will come. Mommsen, the captain, had a good day, 60 from 75, as did Freddie Coleman, 70 from 74. Richie Berrington has showed some good signs as well in the middle order for Scotland, but then it fell away really at the back end. You'd expect it to be Malinga that cleans up the tail. In fact, Chameera, a young fast bowler from Sri Lanka, has had an excellent evening under lights here in Hobart. But, excellent signs for him moving forward. So Malinga with a couple of wickets again, that will encourage Sri Lanka and their selectors. Again, I don't think he's quite yet back to his best, perhaps not the pace he'd like to bowl at, but he continues to make contributions, 2 for 29. And Kulasekara back in the side and doing what he does so well. Picked up 3 wickets, very good economy rate. Pereira 1, Dilshan 1, and young Chameera 3 for 51. So 363 for 9. In truth, it could have been a lot more, perhaps up to 380, 390. But thanks to Josh Davey and Scotland resilience, they fought hard, and Sri Lanka fell away a bit at the back end, but also rather a good score, 124 and 104 from Sangakkara and Dilshan. And Scotland, of course, with a valiant effort, but falling way short. So what does all this mean for Pool A? New Zealand in a strong position, of course, and have qualified. They've played quite brilliantly, as have Australia, and Bangladesh have been perhaps the surprise package. But all 4 have qualified. Question mark now for Sri Lanka and New Zealand and Australia and Bangladesh. What order will that be in? Sri Lanka, will they end up 3rd? Will they end up 4th? Bangladesh have a chance to get to 3rd if they beat New Zealand. From Hobart, it's good night.